We are going on a road trip for Drive Electric Week towards New York State. My name is Merch Batista and this is Charging the Road. Yes, folks, it is another road trip vlog here. We're going to be documenting the road trip from Chicago to Schenedaty. If mispronounced that, please correct me in the comment section down below. But we are heading out to Schenedaty, New York, which is northwest of Albany, New York, for Drive Electric Week. I wanted to do a road trip, and I originally wanted to go to Detroit for the Detroit Auto Show. I had to cancel that, unfortunately. But for this event, I actually wanted to do it. It's about 12 to 13 hour drive without the charging. Adding the charging sessions, it'd be about 16 to 17 hours. So it's gonna be like a full day of driving. But we're gonna be documenting everything and then so forth. So we're gonna be ready to go. I'm already packed up. I'm just gonna probably stop in and say hello to a friend real quick, but then we'll be on our way to New York. Okay, so the first thing I want to do here, I'm going to go to my trips here, and I'm going to see, we're going to go to trip number 2 here, and then we're going to see how long it takes to, how long the trip is as far as mileage, how much time we are elapsing, and of course, our efficiencies. I'm just going to hit the reset button here. Bada bing. So now we are set. 0 miles. Time is lapsing right now, and that is our efficiency to start. And then we should be good to go. Now, what I'm going to do here is go ahead and go to my sync forward system navigation, because using the sync forward navigation, it'll help me map out exactly where I need to go. Now, my hotel is actually in Albany, New York, at the airport, but for the sake of continuity, I guess, I don't know, we're just going to go ahead and input Schenedaty. So it's about 702 miles estimate to get from Chicago to Schenedaty, New York. I'm sorry for the mispronunciation. I am tongue-tied. And let's check out the route, what we have here. Okay, so so we're gonna go, let's see. There's the overall map. I guess that's a glitch they had to go through. So there's like 2 or 3 different routes. So this route is taking me through Canada. I'm actually going to avoid that, although it would be pretty cool. But just to get to New York, for me, it's a little pointless. So I actually want to go through, we're going to go through this way. This is going to be the shortest route, 813 miles. It'll take us about 15 hours and 53 minutes. And I guess it's counting for the, that's what I thought. So without the charging, it'll be 12 hours and 36 minutes, but with charging added, it's about 15 hours and 53 minutes, which is about 16 hours, right around the time that I initially predicted, which is great. So the weather destinations will be about light rain, 57 degrees currently. We'll check out the forecast later, and then let's see. I want to see where route settings, let's see, forecast. We're gonna hit go, and then I want to see.
Be alert and use voice commands while driving. Turn right, then take the first right.
Oh my God! So I wasn't sure if this is gonna get updated or not, but this is freaking awesome. So once you map out where you want to go, you're gonna click on Trip Planner as you saw earlier, and it's gonna show you exactly where all the charging stations are at. But check this out. Oh my God, the supercharger at Denny's Tesla Magic Dock. Are you kidding me? Ford and navigation has actually implemented into the supercharger for the Magic Dock. What? This is freaking awesome. Holy shnikes. I'm going to upload this on Twitter real quick too as well. But that's freaking awesome. So anyways, we got our first stop at Electrify America University Park Mall. I'm assuming that's actually South Bend, Indiana. Then the next is going to be Tiffin River Service Plaza eastbound. Oh yeah, so I've noticed in Ohio, I believe it's in Ohio, they have Electrify America superchargers at their service plazas, which I think is pretty cool. So I've never been there. These stations I've never been to before, minus South Bend, but this would be an experience. But this right here, this is what I'm mostly excited about. I mean, I can't wait to check it out. I cannot believe that they've actually implemented this onto the actual route. So that's pretty good. And another one is a Waterloo premium outlets. We'll see about this. There's a video that's going to be coming out soon discussing about DC fast chargers and shopping centers like premium outlets and how I dislike it so much. But anyways, we're heading out to Schenedaty, New York. It'll be blah, 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 blah. So it'll be about 815 miles or so. So we're going to be on our way to Schenedaty, New York for Drive Electric Week. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the first charging station in our trip here in South Bend, Indiana. And sorry, it's gonna be a bit dark here, but the way I have the camera set up now is so, let's see if I can do this one hand. There we go. I did it. So, I did see an Ioniq 6 just pull out. All right, cool. So, what you guys don't know, I know there's been a recent price increase for Electrify America. For everybody else, it's supposed to be 36 cents. I'm getting 34 cents because future videos coming up, I'm actually driving for Lyft. And so I get a discounted rate, so I don't want to have to, so actually, I'm getting the discounted rate of 14 cents per kilowatt hour, which means I actually don't have to pay the $7 or $4 or $7 monthly payment plan, but I think we're good. I'm using the 350 kilowatt. Again, I'm the only one here. Hey, David Connor, looks like that Chevrolet, that red Chevrolet Bolt finally left. Huh? But I am the only one here, and it is actually 2 o'clock in the morning. And right now, those numbers at 110 just doesn't seem right, to be honest. Why is it limited to 110? 111, 110. Huh, interesting. Well, you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the PlugShare app because it seems like I think the ampage is actually limited. Because I'm supposed to be getting like up to, it should be shooting up to 150. So at the moment right now, we are charging at a 111 kilowatts to start. I was waiting for that initial pop to 160. I'm surprised that it didn't go up that high. Also, my Mach-E just recently got a software update to where now it will do some preconditioning if I do the route trip planner to a station. So assuming they did do the preconditioning of the battery, plus it's just been running on the highway miles so far. Well, at least it's up to 112 now. That's an improvement. But it is 2 o'clock in the morning here. I am getting a bit tired though, but I think we'll try to go to the next charging station, but I think it's actually another 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours from here. So I think it really at this point, it'd be a good idea to go ahead and find some sleep. Oh, and by the way, when it comes to the to this install, it's like a 5-mile trip off from the exit of the tollway. So just be aware of that. It's 5 miles off from the tollway. I don't know if I have to travel back towards that same direction, because again, this is the first time taking this route with my Mach-E. I've taken this route before with a gas powered car, but not with an electric car. So again, we're pretty good here, and quite the adventure so far. And actually, this entire installation, there ought to be working. Like, that's working, and see, that's working, and that's working. Actually, no, this one's actually limited. The maximum power, this one is a complimentary session. Ooh. But this power limited. You know what? Just real quick, since I'm the only one here, I would try to see, you know, how much of the power has been limited there. If not, we'll just I'll just plug into there. Okay, let's see. A little better, I know. We still need to charge, I get it. Okay. And let me just kind of squeeze in myself a little more closer, because I am the only one here, and that's why I'm able to do this. I'll bleep that out, actually. All right, so move the car over this way. Sorry for the beeps. Move the car over this way. Now it says complimentary session, so if my intuition serves me correct, it should just be a plug and play. All right, cool. There's the click. There's the locking mechanism. And as I carefully go through here. All right. Now, again, I just wanted to see what the speed really is, but I'm not hearing any more clicks. I'm guessing this is going to be limited to 30 kilowatts. And take it from there. If it's even initializing, reconnecting the vehicle. Okay. So that is an issue. Doesn't even want to connect to the vehicle. Okay, so I even got a notification out of my phone through the Ford Pass app that says charge station fault. Okay, cool. We'll just move back to that station then. No worries. Hey, it's worth a shot, right? How about a take 3? All right. I'm gonna grab this side. Don't want the people to think that it's a dual charger. It's just redundancy. You know, I saw a woman earlier today as I was charging. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad we're going to be using the Tesla, because this is just a pain in the butt. There we go. A pain in the butt to like really plug in. So I saw a woman earlier. She was trying to charge her Audi e-tron, and she went to both chargers with the screens off, thinking that it's going to work. And then she goes to another charger that has already been active, and she tried to take the other cable, and I tried to explain to her that it's just redundancy, and she didn't want it. I don't know, she was a little hard-headed about the situation. But anyways, I let her be. Now we got the clicks. Now it's ramping up to 47, 50, 54. Okay, this might be a better session so far. 92, 98. Hey, you know what? This is actually a much better session than the one we had in that station there. So 148, 150. Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. It's going to shoot right back down to 112 in about a minute or two. But that's actually a great start. Let's just hope it doesn't falter. And then, yeah, I think it'll be okay then. Okay, so just charging success. That's fine. Except for that over there, even though it says power limited, but I know that's working. I think the amps on that is actually limited. Oh, you know what? That 150 is also, well, you just missed it right now, but also the power is also limited on that too, but it's not a complimentary session. So I think out of the 4, I have the best station. It's still at 151, but it's only a 1 minute charging time. It's gonna shoot right back down to 112. Again, I'm okay with it, but yeah, should be cool. All right, going back inside. So while we're waiting to finish up charging, we're at that 39% stated charge. Fast charging will be done at 80% to 80% at 3:06 a.m. And right now it is 2:41. However, the vehicle is telling us to charge the vehicle to 73%, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just gotta follow what the directions with the Sync 4 navigation is telling you, and it's kind of fail-safe. They definitely improved the overall experience for the route trip planner with the Mach-E. Afterwards, I'll look for the next rest stop because it is getting pretty late. So I'm gonna end up sleeping very little hours because we need to get to close. My hotel is actually in Albany, New York. So I need to get to Albany, New York, but we're getting close there. Okay, we are at 75% stated charge. Now the vehicle says charge vehicle to 73%. I think it's supposed to say like, hey, we're actually done. So what I was reading here is the minimum, basically like the amount of range that I need to get to the next charging station. But of course, to play safe bets, just to get that 20% buffer zone, we're at 73%, but we're already at 75%. I typically, in these road trips, I typically don't like to stay beyond 30 minutes, but we're at 26 minutes here, so we're good to go. I'm gonna press stop here, unplug this. This machine was probably the best one out of the four. I was gonna do a rate your charge. Actually, I could do the rate your charge real quick, but yeah. That's my real name, by the way. I'll get the final results. You'll see the final results like in the lower third. Okay, here it is. $16.37. I saved $6.73. Tax applied to this. How about that? All right, we're gonna move on to the next charging station, and actually we're gonna be heading towards east to get to the next entrance ramp. This is a tollway too, so I might take the Canadian route back just because there's no tolls, but we'll see what happens with that. I do have my passport just in case. And then, yeah, let's go. We're on our way. All right, we are here at our first charging stop in Ohio, and I'll explain a little bit what's going on with this here. I'll use this side. Oh my goodness, there we go. All right, looks like she's working so far. So this looks like a rest stop here. So that's a rest stop. I'm not sure there's really anything to eat in there. I already had my breakfast. I had Dunkin' Donuts. Over there are the Tesla superchargers, which maybe one day I'll use it, but I think those are version 2s. And I think it's working. Yeah, 81, 95. Yeah, great. Another great session here. So far, I am the only one here. Oh, this is 350. I was curious about that. All right, cool. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I've only had about 4 hours of sleep. I'm a little tired, but oh, by the way, there's a lot of fog here too, so I have to be a little careful. Just because I know there could be collisions. It's because some people cannot be that some people are not that careful. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, we're doing really good here. I saw a peak of there we go. A peak of 161, which will drop down in about a minute or two, back down to like 112. But it's still a great session. All right, I'm just gonna go inside go inside, just wait until we charge until wherever the next destination is, and keep on going, keep on trucking, I guess. So I'm just real quick. The vehicle's telling me to charge the vehicle to 43%. I guess this is just a quick top off. I guess just to be on the safe side or so forth. But it's already down to 116 kilowatts, 115 after 3 minutes. But we should only be here like maybe another 10 minutes. And then we'll move on to the next charging location, charging stop. I had to refine my route because it was trying to take me to this way, which I actually didn't mind because I think it would be cheaper. I'm not quite sure, but instead I'm gonna just go along the lake, there. I think that's Lake Erie, and then that's Lake Ontario. So I'm gonna go this way. That's through Buffalo right there, and then be on my way to Albany, New York, where my hotel's at, and we'll take it from there. Now I think this station here is let's see. I'm already there. Electrify America. EV Go. I think that's where the no, I'm sorry, that's not where the Tesla superchargers are at. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to change things up a little bit maybe. So the next one we're arriving at 11% state of charge, and that 11% state of charge. I'm going to check out plug share real quick before I'm done here, but we're at 39% state of charge already, but yeah, we're going to be set. Anyways, I'm gonna look over it, and then I'm going to disconnect in a second, and then we'll literally be on our way. Okay, let's go. All right, so another charging session. I don't even know where we're at. These are like the Turnpike service areas. Actually, I should turn off the car. So I'm gonna need there we go. We're gonna be here for a little bit. There we go. Now, usually when I plug in, it works and everything. Fog has started dissipating, which is a good sign. It's looking very beautiful. More Tesla superchargers over there, which is great. I believe those are level 2s. I'm not entirely sure, but you can actually see my face. So sorry about that. We're gonna continue. So everything's looking good. Everything's looking good so far. On the trip, I'm just happy that the fog is kind of dissipated, at least for now. I'm not sure there's gonna be any more fogs along the way. And they were right about Ohio. I've already saw like 5 speed traps. They're mostly on the other direction, but there was a couple in my direction as well. And I expect more out of Ohio, and I think New York State too as well. And again, I'm going at the mileage at 70 miles an hour because I want to go with the efficiency. Also, I don't want to get caught either. So yeah, let's see where we're at right now. Yeah, those are great speeds. Those are great speeds. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna go use the bathroom and wait until we're done charging. All right, so we're actually at 83% state of charge. I just got done talking to a lady. We were discussing about my car. Obviously, it's very beautiful, very flashy. So she was just asking about like how the electric vehicles work and so forth. We're like 44 kilowatts. I like it, but we gotta go now. So my charging session took a little longer than expected, which is okay, no problem. So now I did a recalculation to the route already, and so I just need to do 5 more charging stations until we get to Schenedaty, New York. I think I may actually stop in to New Haven, Connecticut. So before we go, I actually want to show you guys something real quick, because I thought this was interesting, and the next time I do, I come to the Ohio Turnpike. There may be some more here too, but the next time I go to the Ohio Turnpike, guess parking permit required. Okay, so I guess I have to get a parking permit or something. So maybe I can do this just in a day, like, but I guess like it says parking permit required. But these are trailers that you can park here. I'm not sure how that actually works, but those have the regular 120 volt outlet and the 220 volt NEMA 1450 outlets, which is great. So like if I ever do, camping or like sleeping overnight, I can see if I can park here overnight, and then I have my portable charger with me, and then just charger overnight. I'm not sure if it's actually free or not, but that would be great if it is free. Level 2 charging, which is great. I have to figure out about the whole parking permit thing. It says parking permit required, so I don't know how that works. But anyways, the day is looking very beautiful. The temperature is actually gorgeous. It says 66 degrees on the sink floor, but yeah, it's looking very beautiful here, and I think we got ourselves the route now. So let's just head out now. Okay everybody, so this wasn't actually in my trip planner, but I was looking in the area to see what other charging stations are there nearby, and then I did see there was an EV Go station at a Pilot Flying J gas stop along the I-90 with the new Ultium powered machines with EV Go. So I wanted to go check that out. So I've kind of do a little bit of reroute to these stations, and honestly, I actually like it. I mean, there's one, there's two, but it's dual chargings, which is great. So however though, through past experiences, if somebody were to pull into my machine, I think we'd be sharing power, which means my energy delivery would be reduced. However, look where we're at. So we're at 68% stated charge. I'm honestly just doing a little bit of a top off. 68% stated charge, and we're at 94 kilowatts, which is great, because usually right around this, at this point right here, it should be down to 70 or even a little bit lower than that. So the Mach-E has been, the charging curve seems to be improved a little bit more in the mid-term charging curve. So it feels that's been improved. Once you reach the 80%, it does stay down to 44 kilowatts, 45 kilowatts, as it has before. But she's looking fantastic. She is doing great. And yeah, we're just gonna top off to like 80%. And then we'll be on our way to New York State. And then we're also gonna check out one of the superchargers magic docks. I'm also gonna be doing a video on that pretty soon too as well. Okay, here we are in somewhere in New York. Okay, so I just pre-activated, but then it's not changing here on the screen for charger number 2, unless they identify it differently. But let me just plug this in real quick and see what's going on. I was gonna check plug share, but I didn't exactly see what was going on. But let's see if it actually does activate. I don't know. Okay, so it's now processing, but then it's not changing. I can hear the contactors and clickers going right now. Yeah, this is a little unusual. This is the first time okay, there you go. Now it's lagging. Okay. It's a little hot out today, actually. The sun is like really bright on my face. It's 34 cents per kilowatt. That's because I have the Lyft plan. So it looks like all 4 stations are actually working. You have a Bolt EV charging there right now. Oh, so actually, across the street over there is is Denny's, right? But they have a Tesla supercharger, and guess what? It's actually the Magic Dock, which is awesome. So I was gonna do that, but then my next stop is still the Magic Dock in Batavia, New York, and that's where I'm gonna go and do the test runs and videos and charging it for the very first time using the Tesla Magic Dock. I'm actually quite excited. I know, the sun's really bright in my face. I just got some lunch right now from Taco Bell. I'm gonna eat my lunch right now, stay here to let the vehicle charge up as much as it can. Holy crap, beeps on his own too. And then just gotta chill, relax, and then we'll move on to the next charging station, which is the Tesla's Magic Dock Tesla Supercharger Magic Dock in Batavia, New York. And I'm gonna be creating a separate video on that too as well. So, awesome. So far, the charging experience on my road trip here has been good. Surprisingly good. Knowing that, you know, Electrify America with the charging network across America is, you know, it can be a gamble. The charging anxiety. It's not the charging range. It's not the range anxiety. It's the charging anxiety. But anyways, gonna go for some lunch. All right, so I just had to recalculate my trip real quick because I'm actually going towards to Latham, New York. The next charging station we're gonna be using is the supercharger at the town center in Batavia. It's gonna be 80 miles from here. Yeah, it's gonna be about 80 miles from here. We're gonna be charging from 27% state of charge to 67, which means I actually have enough right now. So we're about to bail right now. So right now, I see from the bill there, it's about $16.66. I shouldn't have said that out loud. Anyways, we're done here. We're gonna go ahead and disconnect. Oh my goodness. Stop. Disconnect. Alrighty, a little hot outside. Not a bad day. I thought it was gonna be worse. Well, at least it's not flooding. So it looks like we're good to go. The nav says ready to go. So let's head up to the supercharger Magic Dock. And Mr. Bean, what are you doing, my friend? Mr. Bean. Mr. Bean, time to go. All right, time to go. All right. Can't believe I almost forgot Mr. Bean. I think Mr. Bean forgot about me. Ain't that right? I'm a child. Let's go.
Arriving at Supercharger, Town Center Batavia, Tesla Magic Dock, on the left.
Okay, so I have an idea of how I'm gonna park the vehicle because my charging plug is on the left-hand side and the driver left-hand side, which means to be a little different. So I'm gonna see if there is a way I can use this without blocking anybody. So, okay, so it's probably not gonna work that way. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to park right here. Since it's not that busy, honestly, if it's not busy, then we're gonna be good. All right, so I'm gonna do some B-rolls. I'm going to record screen captures and so forth. Oh, you know what? This is what I need to do. Get a little more closer to. There we go. I'm so sorry to take up 2 charging spots, but this is the way it's set up. So I'm gonna create a video on this. Bada bing. All right, cool. All right, so let's get this show on the road. Okay, guys, we have arrived to the Tesla supercharger here in Batavia, New York. So, see, this is what I was hoping to, how I was able to wanted to park. What I wanted to do originally, in the very right side stall, if there was an empty spot like right here, I would have parked alongside here, so that way we won't be blocking the charger. But unfortunately, that's how it's going to be set up. Now, I could have parked sideways over there, where that right in front of that Tesla, but I don't want to do it very awkwardly right in front of it. But since it doesn't seem to be that busy, I'm just going to take up one of the spaces. Now, obviously, I can't use this cable because there's a couple of things we're going to be explaining here in the video I'll be creating here. But essentially because, you know, these cables are super short, but it might, you know what? We're not the, here's the thing. You know how short these cables are, and it's not going to reach, right? So I have to kind of maneuver the vehicle a little bit more closer in, and then we'll be able to get the matcher dock in. So basically, this panel right here, right underneath here, is where the CCS adapter is going to be. So the way it's going to be done is you push up. Once you activate onto the app, you push up, and then you pull down, and so forth. So I'm going to be creating some B-rolls to get this activated, and then get my video going. This is going to be exciting. Again, I just need to align up the vehicle a little bit better and take it from there. All right, we are here at Batavia, New York, charging my Ford Mustang Mach-E in a Tesla Magic Dock supercharger station. Now, just like Tom Malogany said, with his F-150, it was pretty difficult, but with the Mach-E, it seems to be a little easier, but I did have to kind of scoot myself in, and the unfortunate thing is that I had to block a charging station, but luckily, it's not busy at all. Seriously, what can I say? 10 out of 10. You know, it's a perfectly working station, flawless. EA, take note, please take note, because Tesla is definitely winning the game. I love it. We just got done charging, so we're gonna unplug like this. Yes, with this button right here. And then insert this sucker back. Yeah, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. So that was a great charging session, so we're just gonna go ahead and head out, and then give you guys my little thoughts on that. Okay, so I took a little while longer at the Tesla supercharger station, and let me explain why. So as soon as I was done recording my video for the Magic Dock video for the channel, this gentleman comes up to me and, you know, was asking about the Magic Dock, how it works and so forth, and of course he was admiring about my car, and he was also telling me that his Model Y received an error code. The error code, I believe, was BMS A036 or A038, one of those two. And so I did a little bit of research and found out that it is the high voltage controller issue. So I was with them for a little while. We were trying to figure out exactly what the error code was, and then we're looking at the options. Luckily, they were able to get a tow to the service center, and they were able to book a hotel for the night. I feel bad for these folks because they were on their way back from Canada to Virginia. And so I did stick around just in case if they need a lift or something like that. Because if you guys don't know, my car got stranded in Denver, and I still need to make a video on that too. I know I said it. I know I said it like 2 years ago that I was going to make a video on it. I swear to God, I am going to make a video on it. That my vehicle got stranded in Denver because of the high voltage junction box. At that time, we couldn't figure out what it was, but it felt like deja vu all over again. But luckily, but not, well, I want to say luckily, but it wasn't on me. It was more like on them. So I wanted to make sure that they're not going to be stranded. So I did stick around just to make sure they're okay, and they're going to be fine. They're going to get it sold. It takes about 45 minutes to get to them, and then they'll be able to go to the hotel. Thank goodness. But yeah, me, I'm a warm-hearted kind of guy, and then I know what it's like being stranded. So, anyways, we're back on a highway. We got one charger left. And we did spend a little too much time at the Tesla supercharger network. It's totally okay. I'll be there. It says 11:49, but I think I can get there a little bit more sooner than that. We'll see. I got one more charging stop, but I do want to stop it for some dinner. I think once I get to the charging station, I'll see if there's any dinner around there. But yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. We got the golden hour coming in right now. The sun is setting right over there. A little hard to tell, but the sun is setting behind us. The fall leaves are looking very beautiful here in upstate New York. I love it. So we're on our way. All right, we had the ride to Syracuse, New York, and it actually feels quite nice outside. A bit of breeze. It's a bit of a breeze out, but it's working great. So I don't even know why the green lights are not on, but at least this screen's working. And I'll show you what the other screens look like. Oh my God. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to manage these cables. Okay, for a second I thought it wasn't doing anything, but it looks like, okay, so now I heard the car plug got locked in, initializing charge. You know what I'm afraid is that the amp is going to be limited, but this is a Signet unit. It usually takes a bit to like ramp up, but we'll know soon enough. So in the meantime, this is what when I've driven through here, when I got to here, nobody else was here. So through the app, this was disabled, but then these two are actually working. But check this out. I am not sure if this is a glitch or if it really is actually working, but these screens are just stuck at the grace period, like the idle fees. This is a little unusual. I think this is something I would have called into Electrify America, say, hey, can you reset the machine? Because I think these screens are stuck. But nonetheless, looks like we are getting the proper speeds here. 120. This is a 150 machine. And one of those two is actually the 350s. But I wasn't gonna take my chances. I was just gonna take this 120 on a 150 machine. I'm satisfied. We're coming in at 37% state of charge. Although I could have gone a little bit longer, but I wanted to do a little bit of a top off. I think we're gonna be here for at least 85%. So I'm going to top this off to about 85 to 90% state of charge, because that gives me enough to get to Latham, New York, where my hotel's at. That's passing Syracuse, not Syracuse, this is Syracuse. That's passing Schenedaty. So should be okay. And plus I just picked up some dinner, so I'm going to eat real quick. And then, yeah, just going to stick around and go for it. Nobody else is here is charging, which is cool. Honestly, this whole trip, there really wasn't anybody else that's been charging alongside with me in Electrify America. So for me, at least this leg of the trip, at least in this direction of the trip, has been pretty easy for me. Thank goodness, because like I watched David Connor's CCS road trip videos with the Lucid, and that was really stressful to watch. Not because of him. I mean, he's a great guy, but you know, with his Lucid and going to these stations, like half of the stations are down. It's like I got all this anxiety that I might run into the same thing now. I guess I got a little lucky with this one, but you never know what will happen on my way back to Chicago. So yeah, we're at 121, 41% state of charge. It's running great, so time for dinner. Well, folks, we have arrived at 90% state of charge. I typically don't do this, and then you can see like how much I'm losing in as far as like range is concerned. It's because I'm doing highway miles. So this looks like a loss of about 50 or 60 miles typically than normally what I would do in the city. But that's just how it is for electric vehicles. It is what it is. But look how much I'm getting charged. It's only $16.66 for about 50 kilowatt hour delivered to my vehicle. So we're just going to go ahead and hit stop, and let's take this out. I wanted to do a 90% charge. Oh, charging $17 on the dot. Okay. Because this is going to be the last charging stop until I get to Latham, New York, which is just outside of Albany, New York, and close enough to Schenedaty, New York, where my hotel's at. It was honestly the cheapest hotel I can find in the area that doesn't have bad ratings. But yeah, we're going to be on our way now. Real quick before I begin driving, I'm actually going to be tagging this video on Twitter too. I'm going to tag Ford on this. Hey Ford, I just want to let you know, I think there's a software glitch happening. Literally I just finished charging up my vehicle to 91% state of charge, but it gave me a warning for a low battery count. I'm actually going to check my dongle to see and make sure the battery is actually is what it is. I may have to do like a reset to the battery conditioning or something like that. So, and then it's saying I have about 4 miles left. I'm sorry, it's saying I have 4 miles left in my battery, but I have 91% state of charge, which is weird. So I have to double check what's going on here. Let me actually see here. Charging. All right, the battery says it's at 91% state of charge. But it says it got 4 miles of range. I don't know what's going on, but I figured I'm going to forward this to you right now and let you guys know what's going on. And hopefully you guys can figure out. This is probably a software glitch, but I'm hoping it's just a software glitch. But I will check my my dongle just to make sure everything's okay. Okay, real quick, guys. So I did check my my dashboard dongle, the odometer, what do you call it, the car scanner, there we go, car scanner, and it does say 91% state of charge on display, total 87% state of charge into my battery. So I think what I'm going to do here, hopefully this will work, I'm going to press and hold to reset the EV driving history, because I believe this is what it says. Deletes the driving history and resets the estimated driving range to the default value. The initial estimate does not take into account for a driving style, climate system, or accessory use, or outside temperatures. All right, so let's give it a try. Resetting. Reset complete. Nothing. I'm just hoping the car is not gonna shut down on me. To be perfectly honest, I don't want to be stuck in the middle of the night. So, I'm gonna keep on driving, and let's hope for the best. You know what? Why don't I? Here's what I'm gonna do. Instead of going back to the EA to charge up again, maybe it'll get reset. Why don't I find another station nearby and see if I just plug it in real quick? Maybe the numbers will get reset. But maybe as I drive, maybe it will improve. Who knows? This is the first time I'm experiencing this glitch. I'm hoping it's just a glitch and nothing's gonna freak out the car and makes me stop. So, crossing fingers, nothing's gonna help it. I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety because of the because I got stranded from the high voltage junction box. Okay, so what I wanted to do real quick, maybe if I were to just drive around in the parking lot, maybe it'll reset itself, and it did. So that's a good thing. I thought that was kind of weird with what happened. You know, my good guess is what happened was maybe it had to do. Take the first left. Maybe it had to do something with charging the Mach-E in the Tesla supercharger, and turn left. I don't even know where I'm going. I don't even know where I'm going in this parking lot. It may have freaked out a little bit, but I'm going to tag Ford anyways, to see maybe they see something, but it'll be
At the
interesting
end
to
of the
know.
street,
It'd be
turn
interesting
right.
for them to know what's going on. So I think it's important because, like, if this was like regular consumer
Turn right
driving
on
this
King
that,
Road.
you know, that wasn't like really into, and not really like, you know, don't know much about technology or like electric vehicles, and they see this, they're gonna be so scared. Even I myself was a bit scared because, like, you know, of course there was the anxiety of like the car maybe
500
breaking
feet,
down again,
in
like it
the left
happened with me
lane,
before.
then turn left.
I figured, okay, let me just drive around in the parking lot real quick and make sure it's okay, and it seems to be fine now. So the
Turn
battery
left at the
has about
traffic light.
185 miles of range at 90% state of charge, which seems about right with the highway mileage. So yeah, we'll be good to go. So we're gonna be on our way now to my hotel. All right, real quick, I just had to stop in just to use the bathroom real quick, and I got myself a Gatorade. And I was gonna see, like, and I noticed these charging stations, and I'm gonna see, like, you know, maybe I just do a quick top off. But look how much it costs. 59 cents per kilowatt hour. I have enough to get to my destination, but yeah, I'm not gonna pay 59 cents per kilowatt. I was gonna take my Gatorade, close the door, press the brake pedal, turn on the car, and steer the hell out of here. It's getting a little late anyways. I must get to the hotel now. Okay, everybody, I just arrived to my hotel room, to my hotel. I haven't checked in yet, but I am actually running a little bit late, so I'm gonna grab my things real quick, check in, and then we're gonna go check out the room, and then we're gonna talk further after that, I guess. But basically, I'm just saying, like, I arrived at my hotel room. I'm running a bit late. I need to go check in, and then we'll get ourselves settled in. There we go. That's for the way to work. Well, pretty noisy. You're right next to the vending machine. Hey, it is what it is. You know what? I didn't pay too much money for this hotel, so it's totally okay by me. Honestly, it's just a motel. Expect nothing less. Where's my bag? There's my card. Okay. Yeah, a little noisy, but hey, you know what? What can you do? I'm gonna go ahead and close these blinds. Like, my car is parked like literally in front of the office, so it's all good. Well, okay, everybody. I just checked in, and then again, I actually checked in at the Super 8 motel. I guess they call it motel. Expect nothing less. Really, I just needed a bed and a place for me to shower, which I'm about to jump into, and yeah, call it a night. I'm probably not gonna sleep very well because the ice machine noise is happening. But hey, at least there's a microwave here. Nice little TV here. No snooze. Okay, and then we'll see you guys in the morning. You did surprise me. I was gonna show up and surprise you.